Hello, everybody. It is evening on August 21st, 2025, and I want to talk about an interesting issue, which is maybe you have friends who are looking for jobs, or you just know people who are looking for jobs, or whatever. And does it seem like no one can quite find a job these days? Keep hearing, well, the unemployment rate's still pretty low, the labor market's still doing pretty well, but gosh, no one seems to be able to get a job. If you've been hearing this, you're not wrong. That is what is happening. Now, first thing I want to dive into is the actual data. The Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis tracks hiring. Right now, our hiring rate is the lowest it has, at its current rate, it is the lowest it has been, with the exception, from December of 2000 until now. Our hiring rate is the lowest it has been, with the exception of June of 2024, which, by the way, that was the same time period when you were hearing that no one could get a job. Uh, April of 2020, and then going all the way back until January of 2011. It is the hiring rate now is lower than at any time between 2000 and 2008, which is when we have the Great Recession, Great Financial Crash, whatever you want to call it. The point is, over the last 25 years, you have a couple of year period from 2009 into 2011, and then you literally have a couple of months post 2011, one in April 2020 when we were at the peak of COVID lockdowns, and then one in June of last year, are the only times we've been hiring fewer people than we are right now. So basically, in the last 25 years, except for the great financial crash, and except for the absolute bottom of COVID and 1 month last year, we are at the absolute lowest in terms of new hires. So, no, you are not crazy. The job market sucks if you're trying to get hired. Not too many people are losing their jobs these days, but it is damn hard to get a job right now. So if you're thinking of a friend or a family member or maybe just someone you've heard about, it's like, gosh, why can't they get a job? Nobody's hiring. We are in one of the worst, actually, probably I would say the worst non-recessionary hiring market that we've had in the last 25 years. That is what the data from the St. Louis Fed says. Now you may be wondering, okay, why? What's driving it? I don't really know. I will tell you, I've been trying to figure that out. Some contributing factors. One is a lot of companies are using AI to screen job applicants, and what is happening over and over again, story after story. Now, these are anecdotes, not data, but what these stories are all coming out is the AI says, okay, you got to find these 9 keywords. And so some applicant that has 8 of the 9 keywords, they get automatically eliminated. Several businesses have had problems with, they've had jobs open for months and literally aren't getting a single application that is getting through the AI. And I know for at least a few examples, somebody punched in one of the keywords wrong. They misspelled. Maybe instead of spelling angles, they spelled angels. And so, like, there was a company that was a software company. You had to have proficiency in a type of software that had the word angles in it. The person who punched it in wrote in the word angels. So literally everybody who applied was automatically eliminated. So AI is actually serving as a firewall in many cases against hiring. Another is a lot of companies are leaving jobs open that they have no intention of filling because it is a way that they are trying to explain their lack of growth to investors. And they're, well, we just can't get these jobs full. People are applying for these jobs, and those resumes are going, they're really not even going straight to the trash can. They're never getting printed out. A human's never looking at them. It is a BS posting. It's fake. It's not real. Amazon's actually a little bit of a different story of this. They actually will hire somebody for a job and keep the posting open because they know the person will likely quit within a couple of months because oftentimes their working conditions are so bad. So the basic point of all this is there's a lot of BS going on in the job market. Now, what percentage of the lack of hiring is being driven by these, AI firewalls or fake job postings or stuff like that? Honestly, I don't know. My best guess, and again, I want to emphasize I'm guessing here, I would say 25% ish. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But basically, if you apply for 12 jobs, odds are 3 of them are just do not exist, or there's an AI firewall that's going to keep you out. So something worth thinking about. But the basic point of this video is that the hiring market sucks right now. It is one of the worst markets we've had in the last 25 years. It is unquestionably the worst non-recessionary hiring market we've had in the last 25 years. So if you're hearing about your friend or your family member or whatever, and you're just saying, God, what's wrong with them? Why can't they go find a job? It's because American businesses are not hiring. So hope this has been helpful. Hope you'll find this interesting. And if you like the video, like and subscribe. And please feel free to check through some of my other videos and see if I have something else you like. All right, bye-bye.